back, everyone, to a Holmes Bros podcast episode. What episode are we on, Dylan? We have been off for a while.
I think we're on 16. Let me just check that real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been looking, and I have no idea. It's been so long since we've been on, even made a episode. It's been a full 4 months. So this episode 16, yes. Last episode was
yeah.
Jamie returns for a recap. So now we're back 4 months later. Just thought, why not today we start another episode of the podcast? Bring it back to weekly uploads, probably every Friday around midnight it'll go up, or Friday at 8 in the morning it'll go up whenever I decide to get it up.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
Perfect. So, like, weekly
what's been
uploads
going
are
on
back.
in the world is we just had the first round of the playoffs, which
That was
were
awesome.
very, um, I'm going to say very, what would you call it? Very interesting, very surprising. Just a lot of things
Uh,
happened that I did not expect to happen.
well, I did not expect the Rams to beat the Vikings.
Yeah, Rams did beat the Vikings, which was the most um surprising part since I thought, the Rams had one of the best receivers in the league, but their quarterback Sam Darnold played like complete trash. But before we get to that
And
game,
also,
let's go back to Saturday with the AFC
how,
games.
how did the Chargers lose to the Texans for real? The
I
Chargers had one, but like they should have won that game.
I was watching it
Chargers.
very closely. I'm not sure how they lost that game, but I'll rather have them go play the Chiefs than the Chargers because I think um Chargers did not look very, what's the word? Consistent in
Yeah,
that game.
like
Uh Texans,
Hilbert didn't really look too well.
yeah, Texans kind of came out of nowhere and were able to move down the field quickly and just know how to stop the defense and or stop the offense, I should say. And they just seemed
Yeah,
like
I would agree with
a
that.
new team from regular season.
Yeah, it looked like they actually improved on their whole game flow of the whole game. And like Hilbert, he kind of looked out, but Stroud, I thought he was trash, but he's actually a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, he did
Like running.
he did a good job.
Now
And
let's go to the next game. Yeah,
next game was
Steelers and Ravens.
Ravens and Steelers.
That was the game. Yep, that
So
was the game.
obviously, I knew Ravens were gonna win, mainly because Lamar Jackson has been a star the whole season, and the Steelers did lose the last 4 games before the postseason started. Also,
And also,
Ravens have
and also they have like all that. They have Derrick Henry, so
yeah, Derrick Henry was a
like,
huge part of that game. Um, we started off in the first quarter running extremely far, like maybe um like 60 yards on his second run, around
mhm.
that, looking very strong. Lamar also had some nice throws for a touchdown. Um, also that they were out their best receiver. I think Zay Flowers' his name. Was he
Mhm.
out? I don't know. But they had
I think he played for a little bit, but not much. I
Bateman
think he played.
in, and they also had
Uh-huh.
Nelson
Yeah.
Aguilar, a former Eagles, also playing. So two great receivers right
And he was,
there. But
and then
Bateman did get the
like why is
first
it?
touchdown in that game, though.
Yeah, why does it seem like every player that we released from the Eagles that sucks who's good on their team?
That's a good question. I have no idea, but
That
um,
that's how all it seems. We always lose some player they were our team and they're not bad.
yeah, and also I realized that every game on Saturday, even outside of football, were complete blowouts. Like even the Flyers game that was on, the Flyers won 6-0, so every game was a blowout. So not very interesting
Yeah,
football on Saturday.
but like hockey, football, like pretty much all that. Now let's go to Sunday. There are three games to watch.
What was the first game at 1 o'clock?
It was Buffalo versus Denver.
All right, Buffalo. Well, I just type in
Buffalo.
Bills versus Broncos. Okay. So I'm just looking at all the highlights here, so I'm not botching anything that I say.
All I'm
So
looking at is
this
the
is the
score, not the
last
scores.
AFC game of postseason of the first round of postseason.
Yes,
All right.
it
This
was.
game surprisingly was close up until halftime. Um,
Yeah, and then they kind of blew out because the final score was 31-7.
yeah, like
So.
I'm not saying it was like tied or anything at halftime, but Denver comes out really quick in the first quarter, throwing like a 65-yard touchdown pass
Uh-huh.
to Troy Franklin, one of their top receivers, who had a fantastic game,
Exactly.
but too bad he sucks and is out of the playoffs. Um,
Well,
but yeah,
they're going to jump down and the Bills.
huh?
The Bills are awesome. The Bills
Yeah,
are like great little good team. Yeah, see.
Bills are the only team I think in the AFC that could beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
That was in the regular season. So
Yeah.
we don't, the team that's playing next week is Houston.
Mm-hmm. So that should be hopefully that is an interesting game because I know Houston can consistently stay scoring points. So let's hopefully it stays that
Uh-huh.
way against the Chiefs and the rest are not playing for the Chiefs.
Now, who is ready to move to the game that we all want to talk about?
Yes, because
The Eagles versus Packers.
if you've been watching this show for or listening to this show, you know that Dylan and I are huge Eagles fans. So
Yes.
obviously we were rooting for the Eagles versus the Packers at 4:30. Had
Uh-huh.
people over for that game, watch party, so everyone that was over there, huge deal to watch the Packers lose to the Eagles because um in week 1, Packers and Eagles did play in Brazil, but Eagles are a totally different team now than they were in week 1. Better defense, better offense. Um, but they did get
And
Jalen
all the
Hurts
time,
back in this game after
and
not
then
playing for about a month.
tell them your boy finally got an interception.
Yeah, so every game I've been telling Dylan, Kaiwan Mitchell is due for an interception, and he got one at the end of the game. But let's start off kickoff. Um, Philadelphia gets a fumble recovery, which should have not been a recovery by Eagles, but it definitely happened. So we like that. Let's see that. And then they come off super quickly with Saquon. Obviously, give it to Saquon, he's gonna run and get you a huge gain. And then they go quickly upfield into the red zone and score a touchdown with Penn State wide receiver Jahan Dotson.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty
Number
much the first
83 on
score
the
of the
Eagles.
game.
Yep.
And let's see.
And they just like I want to say this, Jalen, and this is I'm sure I'm agreeing with me and same thing with you, Wyatt. Do you think Hurts looked a little bit rusty.
I could tell some plays he was not fully like there, if that's the right um
Yeah,
adjective to, I guess, to describe him, but like he still like knew when to throw the ball away when he was gonna lose yards. So uh he made some good plays, also made some dumb plays, but he was definitely on the better side more than the rusty side. Also, Eagles defense
absolutely.
got some sacks and I think two turnovers, yeah,
Intercept-
two interceptions to
and then a one fumble recovery in the
yeah,
beginning of the
one
game.
fumble recovery. So we had Zach Bond get the first
Hmm.
interception, and Kymon Mitchell get the last interception. I think it was the last play of the game or last play for the Packers in the game.
Packers, and then meets guy, and then we transform the game that way.
Um,
And
there
yeah, that
was
was pretty much
yeah. Then Packers when it was 10-0 missed a field goal from 38 yards, which was
that
also
was
like a game changer. Um,
for the Eagles, of course.
and also Jalen Hurts also, and not Jalen Hurts, Jake Elliott also missed a um PAT.
Extra
Oh,
point.
also looks like Slay got an interception as well. So
Yeah,
three
Slay. Oh yeah, yeah.
interceptions.
Slay got one.
Three
Yeah, three
interceptions
interceptions,
then.
four turnovers. But the thing is, here's the other thing. Um, that game, like, it was pretty interesting until like halftime when they were losing by a lot. So we still watched it, but it was very fun to watch it because they're up by a lot and didn't give it up at all. I was a little scared when when Jake Elliott missed it, but other than that, the game was pretty fun to watch. See the Eagles win the first round of the playoffs and everything. So let's go to the next game, the night game, Buccaneers and Commanders.
Okay, so I did not watch that full game, but I did see the highlights next day, and they won. Commanders won by doinked in the
By a
last
field goal.
second. So
By a field goal.
yeah,
It was
so
tied at 20, and
it
they
doinked
said,
in when it was tied at 20.
yeah.
So
And the Commanders came through and won the game.
yeah, so Buccaneers started off pretty hot, throwing to Mike Evans for most of their first drive to get them off
Absolutely, yeah.
field pretty quickly.
Yeah. And
Also,
like,
watching the
but
Commanders
also,
play, they were
I
also
think,
using
like,
Terry McLaurin a lot to move
and
upfield.
also, I think the reason also the Buccaneers lost didn't have their nice wide receiver, Chris Godwin,
Oh yeah,
because he was hurt.
he was out.
So
Yeah,
that I think that's one of the money I lost. But he said Mike Evans, but they could have done better.
yeah. So the first score was made by the Buccaneers for a 50-yard field goal, which was pretty impressive.
Hmm.
And then obviously, like I said, the Commanders moved up the field. First play. Well, was it the first play? Let's see. Yeah, first play on 1st and 10 threw a like maybe 40-yard pass to Terry McLaurin, which was amazing. I'm surprised he
I know
caught
Zach
that.
Ertz has some good plays. Like Zach Ertz has some good plays on
Yeah, Zach
that
Ertz
game too.
hasn't was targeted a lot in the game as well, being another former Eagles player who was great.
And this is the only game that like this weekend was actually pretty close.
Yeah, it came down to a field goal. Like I said before, it got doinked in, so that was
Of
awesome to
course.
see.
But yeah. Now
Also,
the game that I want to talk about is last night's game.
hold on, before I get into that, I just
Yeah.
want to say in this game there was a lot of going for on 4th down, not a lot of punts, which I was surprised about.
Wow.
Like
I thought they would punt it,
on
but these two teams, I guess.
Buccaneers, it was 4th down, they went for a field goal, 50 yards. Then I just saw 4th and 2, Commanders had the ball, went for it, and did not get it. throughout the player's feet, but still didn't get it. So not a lot of punting in this game, which I'm glad to see. I don't like seeing a lot of punting in games.
I like teams that also go for the end after make it.
Yeah, when they
Or
get
the
it,
ability to
they're a
shove
good
on
team.
4-1.
Huh?
Well, the ability to shove, ability to shove in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. They always kind of make it with him.
Uh-huh.
So ability to shove.
Yep.
When they get that 4-1, they always go for it, and it usually almost all the time works. 4-1.
Yeah.
It's a yard to go, and just go over the line and make it.
So you want to talk
Now,
about
you
last
ready?
night's game now?
Saw it last night. It's going 13th.
All right. Last
Anyway,
night's game was the
Rams and Vikings. Rams and Vikings. And this game, according to the score, was a blowout, 27-9.
okay. Let's first off mention that it was played in Arizona because of the wildfires in LA. So,
Mm-hmm.
LA, I heard could not practice in their own practice facility. That the last practice was on Friday. Then Saturday, players took their pets and families to Arizona, and Arizona
Mm-hmm.
um let teams play in their facilities before the game, which was nice of them. So play in Arizona. Um, first off, I thought going to the game, the Rams were playing for a bigger reason than just getting to the Super Bowl. They were playing because their whole city was being burnt to the ground and everything. Um, so it looked pretty hot coming right out of the gate. Um, Sam Darnold played like crap. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I did not watch the full game because I did fall asleep. The last thing I saw was a pick six by the Rams, and that made it
I'm going to say that,
17-3.
and Stafford looked pretty good.
Stafford did look really good. So,
And like he looked better than what I remember in the game, but they went 10-7 and they still made it to the playoff and they beat that team that was 14-3. That's gonna be I don't want that to be us next week.
and also looking at it, um, I know Sam Darnold did not play great, but they have the best wide receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, and they still
Mm-hmm.
lost because, like, if you've seen Justin Jefferson play in the regular season, he was getting shots down the field for like 99-yard touchdowns. So
He was.
obviously, we know he's great, but he's not that great if they didn't win because you can put the game on one person's back and they can win it for you. But obviously, last night that did not happen.
Yeah, I can understand that entirely.
So now
But
the
I'm
Eagles will be
looking at
playing the Rams
yeah. So
on Sunday.
I got the game. I got the games for this coming weekend. I got so on Saturday on January 18th at 4:30 it will be the Texans and Chiefs. Your thoughts?
Um, thoughts? I think it'll be a close game, as long as I know everyone's like, oh, you can't talk about how the refs are gonna um make the game go a certain way, but that's how it's always been. That's how it's gonna stay. But taking the what's it called? Taking the refs out of it, I think it'll be pretty close because seeing them perform on Saturday, they look like a pretty good team that can go toe to toe with the best of them. So that'll be a
All right,
very interesting game to watch.
all right. Next game, Commanders and Lions at
Um,
8.
Commanders. So they looked pretty good when the Eagles played them the second time because we did lose that game. But also the Lions, number one team in the NFL, probably over the Chiefs, I think personally. But Yeah, that'll also be a close game. Hopefully, Commanders win because that would be a
Yep.
good game to watch. Um, in
All
the
right.
NFC
Yep.
Championship game.
And now here's the first game: Rams Eagles at 3 on Sunday. The
Eagles
first
by
game.
50.
Okay. Okay.
Next question.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's
Ravens
like okay. So
Bills.
being serious. Um, I think it'll be close, but Eagles will come out on top because
Okay.
last time, um, last time the Eagles and Rams played, Saquon had over 250 yards against them, and also our offensive line is way better now than it was, but we still beat them back then, so we can do it again.
Okay. Next game and the last game of this week. 6:30 Ravens and Bills.
Ravens and Bills. Okay, Bills are gonna win, obviously. Um, Ravens are a good team, but I did see a lot of flaws in their regular season and in the most recent game. Um, they won, yeah, but I just think they could have played a lot better and they could have used Derrick Henry a lot more after seeing the first play that he ran. He got
Absolutely.
a huge gain. They didn't use him more, which they should have done, but um, I think Bills will come out on top, and
I mean,
that's all I got to say
exactly.
about that.
Yeah. Only thing is about all these quarterbacks, and there's only 8 teams left.
Yeah.
So after this week, there'll be only 4 teams left.
Hmm.
So and after this week, it's gonna be the conference championship.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
the conference
very,
championship.
very interesting to see who gets into that.
What if it comes down to this for the to be in the Super Bowl? What if it comes down to Commanders and Eagles?
I think Eagles will win that game because they played them once and then twice, and they lost second time, but they knew why they lost and they know what to fix to make sure they don't lose, make sure that does not happen again. So I think
Now,
they know how to win and beat them now.
so if the Eagles, and this is a big if the Eagles go into the Super Bowl, who do you think their opponent's going to be? Who like who do you think and who do you want?
I think it's gonna be the Chiefs, obviously, but I wouldn't mind it being the Texans or the Ravens.
I wouldn't mind it being the Bills either,
Yeah,
because I just don't want the Chiefs in there. I just want any other AFC team besides New England to be in there besides Kansas City.
yeah, I know Kansas City has the best chance of getting in there, but let's just hope that they fuck up in this week
Yeah,
or next week, and like hopefully the Bills, if they make it past, they take them out, but it's just
dude,
a wait and
it's the
see
fucking
type of
rest,
thing.
dude. It's the rest. It's the rest.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
says it's
let's
the rest.
hope that they
I
have
agree
better
with that.
refs in the postseason.
Hopefully. I mean, they did have some shitty calls in like the first week of the playoffs, but that's on the wild card. They're going to the real playoffs.
I'm just saying, let's just hope for the best. Let's
Uh
just
huh.
hope.
Let's just don't talk about that anymore because it's too common. Like people are gonna get mad at us for saying some for other teams. What else do you want to talk about?
Um, well, uh, this is a little dated, but we were away for Christmas and New Year's, away from the internet, I should
We
say, not
were.
not like out of the state. Well, I was
No,
for
we
New
were away
Year's,
from the
but
internet.
hmm
We were on social media, off of YouTube, off of Instagram and stuff, so, for Christmas and New Year's. Christmas was like pretty much like we do every year.
well,
Every year,
hold on. We gotta explain Christmas Eve how you, Jamie, and I all went on a Christmas light tour.
and that if you want to see the Christmas tour, that video's on my second channel. The same song, I use the same song for the whole video.
Yeah, but
So,
every year we try to go on a drive around almost all Chester County, and Dylan records the best parts of the light show and makes a video about it. That happened on Christmas
yep,
Eve.
and there's one house that is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, but we
You'll
don't
see
want to
that. You'll
spoil
see
it.
that.
But if you want to see it,
No,
it's on Dylan's channel,
you,
second channel.
you'll see it. You'll see it, and you'll be like, wow, yeah, because I record everything, the best parts, and the it's all look like crazy houses.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
then we
You
got back
gotta
to our
go check
house
it
around like
out.
1 o'clock in the morning, was it?
Yes,
Yeah, so we got back at 1 o'clock in
about
the
that.
morning. Um, it ended around like midnight, 12:30. So that's what
Hmm.
time it ended. Got back at the house around 1. Um, so that was fun. Then
And we
Christmas
were
morning,
tired. And we were tired.
yeah, we were like we came home, went upstairs, and as soon as I got undressed and got into bed, once my head fell up, I was out. Like no waking
It
up
took
until
me
my alarm went off.
like I didn't wake up until like I didn't go to sleep. I got home at 1. I probably passed out around like two or 2:30, and then I woke up around like 8 or 9,
Yeah, so
and then I
so
remember
Christmas
doing
morning,
that.
we all I think did we eat breakfast? I don't know
I
if I
think we.
ate
I think
anything.
I don't think no, no, you didn't eat anything because you're kind of getting rushed to get downstairs so we could leave.
Yeah, so um everyone left the house except for me at around like 10:15. I was waiting for Jamie to come over to my house so we can go over to my cousin's house. Um, Jamie got over there, then we went over to my cousin's house. Everyone had presents and dinner over there. Nothing eventful really happened. Just you know, normal seeing family type shit, and gifts and
Watching football,
food.
watching football.
Yeah, watching football also, but um, that's not
That
important right
was
now because we're
eventful.
now in postseason. That's more important. Um,
Yeah.
so then come back to our house and do gifts with the immediate family. Um, and then um, then let's move on to New Year's.
New
Um,
Year's.
on Monday the no, Sunday the 29th, I went to the Jersey Shore, Ocean City, New Jersey Shore, for New Year's. Not the greatest trip because I was sick the whole entire time, but on New Year's Day I did um go to the boardwalk and walk around and watch the polar plunge, which was awesome to see. Bunch of dumbasses walking in the ocean and getting hypothermia, so that was fun to see.
I don't think
Um,
I think that's I think that's the poor plunge to have fucking brain like, oh, we're gonna go in the water. Like, yeah, it's still cold, and you're being a retard for doing that. First of all,
yeah, I saw people of
but
all
you know
ages, and
what?
it was kind of like just I can guarantee it was like over 100 people there who did it, which was kind of insane to me, but I would never do it, and it's gonna stay that way forever. Never gonna even think about
You
doing it.
because 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 why and I enjoy warm water, not frozen water like was there, but the water was probably in the 30s or 20s.
That's
That's
why we
honest.
like
But
going to
I think
what's it called? Florida a lot.
Florida, Florida, because on the Gulf Coast of Florida, they have the Gulf of Mexico is always warm sometimes, but this time of the year, the water down in Florida is like in the mid 60s. It
Yeah,
never gets below 60.
that is
The
rough.
closest it gets is like 60, the closest it gets like 56 degrees is the closest it gets.
Hmm.
And by March in the 70s.
Yeah, I had a good time down at the shore. Um, I know New Year's Eve it was pouring. I know in PA and in Jersey it was pouring. I did not go to the
Hmm.
boardwalk to watch the fireworks because, it was raining, so I just watched the Nashville New Year's Eve and the Rockin' Eves on in New York. But yeah, it was still a good time. I could hear the fireworks going off, which were nice to hear, but didn't see them. But I still had a good time.
Like I heard some, and then I now with the window I saw some like on the ridge right outside my window. I could see like there's a ridge right in front of us where the people don't know it, and there's like and I can see fireworks being set off up there. So there's no fireworks close enough here, so I couldn't really see much. But I saw some. That's what you see.
Yeah, so
And one from on the one person was like now on the ridge, and like, oh, it's only midnight.
yeah,
What's the
they had
finale?
some good fireworks from what I heard. I didn't, and what I've seen in the past, they were also good. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was um New Year's Eve and uh New Year's Day.
Pretty much
Nothing
the sort of
much
thing that's been going on. And
exciting happened.
you
Um,
today is the 14th. I mean, and you work pretty much the whole like the rest of the week, pretty much.
yeah, then I did come back and it was the Monday after New Year's Eve. Like so New Year's Eve, no, New Year's Day was on a Wednesday, and then I worked Thursday, Friday, and then the next Monday we were supposed to have a snowstorm in PA, which kind of was and kind of wasn't. I did not
They
go to
closed all
work today
schools,
because I was still trying to get over my cold. But
and
yeah,
all schools were closed. Like almost every school closed in Citrus County because of the snowstorm.
yeah, all schools were closed. I know in my area and also in Philly and probably in Jersey
Hmm.
and Delaware. Delaware was the place that got hit the hardest. Well, Delaware and Jersey.
They got like they got like 6 to 9 inches of snow and up to like 2 to 4.
Yeah, 6 to 9 inches. So they got hit the hardest. We got like maybe like 2 to 4 is what they said. So that's what we got. But
Well, first they said 3 to 6, and then they said 2 to 4.
and let me just tell you how about the weather um meteorologists are in PA. So they said it's supposed to start snowing around 2:30 or 3 in the morning. I woke up at
Hmm.
3 to use the bathroom and went back into bed. Um, Went down my bedroom window. Obviously, no snow. So I was planning to go to work Monday morning, but I felt still like crap from being sick, so called off. But at 5:30, looked out, still no snow. Well, at 6:30, looked out, very very small snowflakes. So still nothing happening. And then throughout the day, I did not see like any like huge heavy snowflakes. It just was like flurrying, but everything was getting covered, including the road and the driveway. So, kind of like a mini snowstorm, I guess you would call it.
And you can tell how bad the snow clouds were the first time they came through.
Yeah, so the has been a recurring thing in our neighborhood with our township and their plow system. So they come up, they're salting, they're plowing, and since we live in a cul-de-sac, you gotta like turn around and do circles and go through our cul-de-sac about like maybe 5 times to get all the snow out. They just went around one time and missed the whole centerpiece of the cul-de-sac and didn't remove it until maybe like 5 hours later. So not the greatest plow truck driver in the world. So yeah, that
And
happened.
our whole street, our whole neighborhood, is covered with these large salt stones. And I'm like, really, like they made it like so extreme, and I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, there's
Like
still salt on the
this is,
roads from Monday's plow trucks, and like there's piles of it in the street, and like the salt crystals are like super huge. It's kind of like wondering why they had to use these big crystals or whatever.
I
So
mean, for real, like why do they have to use them? Because there's no point in using them. Like, there's a point in using salt, but don't make it like super fucking huge. Like, make it like a little bit like maybe like smaller portions. But these portions, I want to have one, but I don't have any. But if I had one, it'd probably as big as it's my finger, probably because of how big these things are. I went down there today a little bit, and on some dog out, and these things were huge. I'm like, there's no way I'm walking him because if I walk him, he's gonna get hurt. Like his paws are gonna get hurt by the snap by these little crystals on these salt crystals on the street.
yeah, I just wish they just like brined
So,
it instead of putting down salt. That would have had the same effect if they just brined it and not add the salt. But
but
by
they listen to
Tuesday
these
morning,
fake.
everything was cleared and for travel.
Yeah,
So
but the brine was still there.
yeah, and then
The salt was still there.
I know some schools Tuesday did have like a 2 hour delay, which was not needed, but
Hmm.
yeah. So and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing else happened. It was just salt was still everywhere and getting everyone's car dirty by like pulling up by the tires and driving.
Yeah, like all the schools were open on time, and nothing was wrong with them or anything like that. But here's the thing: if you're a driver that does salt, don't do salt. Just do brine because brine is a lot smaller, and you don't have these big ass salt crystals on the road like we do have now. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do large crystals that can probably, if you're a lowrider or anything that's a lowrider, your car can get more than just destroyed by the wheels. It could get like, the whole siding of your car messed up.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna be there for like until March or April, and then the only way they're gonna be taken out is by a street cleaner.
Yeah, and but I know rain won't do anything. We do have rain coming, but that's this weekend. But like rain won't do a thing. Snow
Do you
won't do
think?
a thing. I know we have 2 days of precipitation to come. On Saturday we have rain, on Sunday we have snow, and like a 20-degree drop in temperatures. Like I think I saw like Saturday's in the 40s, and then Sunday's in the 20s.
Do you think we'll get
That
snow
20,
again?
we're supposed to get snow on Sunday,
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
and
Splendid.
we're supposed to get rain on Saturday.
Oh, so overnight on Saturday, everything will freeze, and then the
Yep.
snow will come.
Uh-huh. It's just all the snow Sunday night,
Great.
and
Splendid.
then it doesn't make any better because if because if the temperatures don't improve to like above freezing by Monday, it's gonna be bad because I'm looking at this right now. If you live here, and I'm right here under here, mean Pennsylvania, and Chester County area, you do not want to get out of bed on Tuesday
Why?
because the high on Tuesday is only going to be 18 degrees.
Well, that's great because I work on Tuesday, and
And the low and the low is 11.
oh, that's just splendid. That is just great.
And Monday 22, low 10. But then the only thing is, we get back into the 30s by Thursday. Thursday the 23rd.
Well, this
And it's
weekend I'm
only going
supposed
to
to
be
be
30.
having a lot of plans. Hopefully, the weather does not hinder them too much.
Only tonight I see Saturday, 60% chance of rain and 40. And Sunday, 30% chance of snow and 37.
Well, Sunday I'm not worried about. I'm just worried about Saturday. But
Well,
hopefully,
Saturday says rain. Sunday just snow.
well, hopefully Saturday does not hinder my travel plans. I'm not
Where you
traveling out of
going?
state, but um, hopefully
King of
it's not
Prussia?
like my activities inside, but hopefully the traveling to that activity is not hindered too much by the rain.
I don't know because it might come in if you don't go home early enough because the low is supposed to be 30.
Well, I'm coming
And
home
everything
Sunday. Maybe halftime the Eagles game or before the Eagles game starts. I'm not sure yet, but it'll definitely
the games
be
the game
before
starts at
the
3.
last game. Yeah, I know. I start at 3,
The
which is
game
kind of stupid. I thought it would start like at 4, but the second game starts at 6:30, which is weird. So
Yeah, a lot of games I don't always see a lot of games start at 6:30 much because usually I thought the game would be like at 4, then it would be at like then the second game would start at like 8, but that's for Saturday, 4:30 and 8, and then Sunday is 3 and 6:30.
yeah,
The 3 NBC, I think NBC, and 6:30 is CBS. I think I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out sometime. But I hopefully the rain does not like destroy your plans. Um, and hopefully, hopefully the Eagles come out of victory over the Lions on Sunday.
yeah,
What do you think? Like I know you said that you think they're gonna win. I think that's correct.
yeah.
And
It'll definitely be close. That's all I know.
hopefully with this podcast we keep on schedule, recording once every week,
Yeah, and
uploading weekly.
like I said, try to get post by Friday. The latest would be 8 a.m. that would go up, but I want to get up like right when it turns Friday, so like at midnight it goes up. But obviously, if you follow us on Instagram or on Snapchat or even on TikTok, um, I probably won't post it on TikTok, but most on Instagram, Snapchat, you'll know if the video goes up or has to be postponed one day. But since we record this on a Monday or Tuesday, I'll have enough time to edit it and then get it up on Friday morning.
Yeah, and guys, you remember that the old schedule was record every Monday and post up every Saturday, but since this week, like actually the next 2 months, I think, or this month, around a little bit of March, my work schedule is kind of really fucked. This week only work 4 days, and next week only two days. So yeah, we could probably record on Monday or Tuesday that week.
Yeah, we're gonna try to
Hopefully
record every Monday if we
every
can.
Monday, but we can't. And I don't know what Tuesday. We'll do Tuesday.
Yeah, we don't want to
But
go past Monday or Tuesday with the recording. If we can get recording those days, it'll be easier to get a post out on Friday. That'll give me enough time to edit, even though not much editing goes
And
into these.
yeah, it's only like add intro and outro and then add the sound into the video. Like
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty much what we do for our videos or videos on our channel or this podcast on this channel.
yeah. Well, we're about 45 minutes in. I think it's good to wrap it up there.
Just to get into it, that is as Rick's starting point. Hopefully next week we have a guest.
Yeah, we'll look into getting people that we already have on the show back on and see if they're down to record another episode with us. But
Yeah, and maybe there's new people. Don't know. There's new people. Don't know.
yeah, you never know. But as of right now, it's gonna be Dylan and I for most of these episodes, which is not an issue. We always got stories to talk about, and Dylan's got
Mhm.
work and I got work, so stuff can happen at work that can be turned into stories. Um, but hope you
Mhm.
guys enjoyed this return. Hopefully, um, we're gonna be on a consistent weekly upload with this. I know that um, we have not been very, what's it called, active on our channels, but um,
Yeah, but listen, like I want to say this, and I'm probably gonna say it anyway. So I want to promise that we'll be more consistent on the Holmes podcast channel every single week, and I will try to be more on my gaming channel, my sand channel. Wyatt, what about you?
well, I got only my main channel to worry about. Maybe I can start posting some gaming videos on there. I don't know. Just I will try to be um more active on there and get videos out, but yeah, I'm trying. That's all I gotta say.
We're all trying, guys. We're trying to do it as much as we can. So, hope you enjoy this return on the Holmes First podcast. I'm Dylan Holmes.
Yeah. Hope you guys have a nice rest of your week, and hopefully we'll be back next week, and we'll be able to give you a recap of the second round of postseason. And yeah. That's been episode 16.
16. 16.
All right, perfect. Guys, I'll see you next week. Peace.